Hi there, it's Brittany, and today we're going to be doing a 20-minute yoga flow, just working through a level 1 practice, which is just going to be some of your basic moves. So we're going to start in a meditative posture, either seated, lying down, hero's pose, anything where your spine is straight. So let's go ahead and take your position, get yourself nice and comfortable, and then gently close your eyes. Start becoming aware of your body, your mind, and your breath. Gently recognizing every inhale and acknowledging every exhale. Starting to notice that your breaths deepen as you bring your awareness towards it. Challenging ourselves to keep our mind here and present within your practice. Let's take a full breath in together. And full exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Taking a moment to feel your strength. As we control our breath, we become stronger, we become more focused. One more inhale and full exhale. If you're lying on your back, I'll have you gently turn to one side as you transition into child's pose. And if you're seated, we can just gently open the eyes and transition into child's pose. Bringing your knees wide, your toes together to touch at the rear of your mat. Sending your hips towards your heels and then walking those hands out in front of you. Nice big stretch through your shoulders, your spine, your hips. Gently resting your forehead on your mat. Allowing your body to relax, to settle in. Take the next few breaths to set an intention for your practice. Maybe you're sending your energy towards someone or something. On your next inhale, gently rise up into a tabletop position, bringing your knees directly below your hips, your hands directly below your shoulders and chest. From here, we'll gently flow through cat-cow. So on an inhale, we'll lift the gaze, lower your belly, and reach your tailbone towards the sky. On an exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, reach your spine high and round your tailbone up and underneath. Inhale, back to cow pose. Exhale through cat. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, gently coming back to your tabletop position. From here, we'll walk your knees and toes together to touch and sink your hips back into hero's pose. In hero's pose, we'll stack our shoulders on top of our hips, lift your chest nice and tall, bring length into your neck. On your inhale, reach your arms up nice and high to the sky, look through your hands. Exhale, bring your right hand to the right side of your mat, reach your left arm over and across the body, keep your hips on your heels. Inhale, back to the center, reach up, look up. Exhale, over with your other arm. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. One more to each side. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, reach all the way back up. On an exhale, pull your arms out and down as you come back to your tabletop position. From tabletop, walk your hands one step further than they would for tabletop. Tuck your toes up and underneath, send your hips high into downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, we press all 10 fingers down into your mat. Lift your hip creases up towards the sky and press your heels down towards your mat. Go ahead and pedal out your feet. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up nice and high towards the sky. Exhale, sweep that through between your hands. Soften your left knee and foot onto your mat. Inhale the arms to rise into half moon pose. In half moon pose, you've got the option to keep your arms straight or you can cactus them, making sure that we're tucking your tailbone up and underneath the body to initiate a stretch through the hip flexor. Keep your chest open and tall. On your next inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands down to either side of that right foot. Take a big deep breath in here. And on your exhale, send your hips back behind for half split hamstring stretch. In this pose, we want our hip directly over the top of our knee. A little bend through the right leg here, and our right toes reach up towards the sky. On your next inhale, walk your hips forward, reach them towards your heels. Exhale, send it back, hamstring stretch. Inhale forward, and exhale, pull back. Inhale, walk it all the way back up. Plant your palms nice and firm on your mat. Tuck your toes up and underneath, send the right leg back, downward facing dog. Full breath here, inhale, and exhale. On your next inhale, send your left leg up nice and high to the sky. Exhale, sweep that through between your hands. Soften your right knee and foot onto your mat. Inhale the arms to rise. Again, you've got the option to keep the arms straight or cactus them. Taking your hips, tucking them up and underneath the body to initiate a stretch down the right hip flexor now. Core is strong, chest is open. One more inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands come down to either side of that left foot now. Take a big deep breath in here. And on your exhale, send your hips back behind for half split hamstring stretch. We've again got our knee directly over our hip. Little bend in the left knee here. Left toes reach up towards the sky. On your next inhale, walk your hands forward. Reach your hip towards your heel. Exhale, send it back. Half split hamstring stretch. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, walk those hands back up to the top of the mat. Tuck your right toes up and underneath. Send the left leg back, downward facing dog. Full breath here, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms to rise. Gaze comes up through your hands. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms rise. And on an exhale, hands come through heart center. Full breath here, inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, reach the arms up nice and high towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze comes forward, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Gaze comes up through the hands. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms rise. And on an exhale, hands come through heart center. Full breath. Inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, reach those arms up nice and high towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze comes forward, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Palms come down to the mat, step back to high plank. From here, we'll modify our first chaturanga, so we soften our knees onto the mat and the tops of our feet. We pinch our elbows into our sides as we lower all the way down to our mat. On an inhale, push through the tops of your feet and your hands as you lift the chest into baby cobra. Keep the neck long. Exhale, release, and push through the knees and hands. Keep the elbows in tight. Modified plank. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Full breath here. Inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, step or float your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, arms rise. Gaze comes up through your hands. Exhale, cactus the arms, baby back bend. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Full breath, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and high to the sky. Look through your hands. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Gaze comes forward, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Palms to the mat, step back, high plank. From here, again, you can modify down to your knees, or if you'd like to do the full chaturanga, you can shift forward on your toes, pinch the elbows in nice and tight, lower halfway down. Inhale, come to the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. Keep the neck long. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Full breath here, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, send your right leg up nice and high to the sky. Exhale, sweep that through between your hands. Soften your back heel to a 45-degree angle. And inhale, your arms to rise. Warrior one. In Warrior one, we want our hips to be straight forward, shoulders stacked over our hips. We also want our front knee to be over our front ankle, so if you're behind, just shift forward just slightly. Back foot, our pinky edge of our foot is pressing down firm. Arms can be cactused or straight. On your next inhale, come up and out of your hips, lengthen your arms. Turn your back foot to a 90-degree angle and lower the arms into Warrior two. In Warrior two, our shoulders are relaxed from our ears and our arms are long. Our gaze is over our right fingertips, and now our hips are open. Take a peek at your front knee, make sure it's not dipping in. We want it pressed out over the top of that ankle. On your next inhale, point your right palm up towards the sky, reach forward as though you're gonna scoop the clouds. On an exhale, reverse your warrior. We're getting a nice stretch down the right side body. Our spine is long and our core is tight. We're trying not to break in this, but hold strong. Keep that core tight as you inhale back to Warrior two. Straighten out that front knee. Reach and extend as far forward as you possibly can. When you can go no further, turn your palms, stack the arms, triangle pose. Core is strong. Trying to tuck your hips up and underneath the body. Try not to stick the hips back behind you. Control your breath as you inhale all the way back, arms extended, and exhale, reverse your triangle. Core is strong. One more inhale. On your exhale, bend your front knee, windmill those arms all the way around chaturanga. Send that right leg back behind. Option to modify down onto your knees, or we can shift forward on the toes, lowering half or all the way down. Inhale to the tops of your feet, upward facing dog. On an exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Full breath here, inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, send your left leg up nice and high to the sky. Exhale, sweep that through. Lower your back heel down at a 45-degree angle. Inhale those arms to rise. Warrior one. Now again, in Warrior one, we want to make sure that our hips stay straight forward. Our back heel is down and our pinky side of our foot is pressing down into the mat. Arms can be strong and tall, or they can be cactused. We're in control of our breath. On your next inhale, come up and out of your hips, lengthen your arms. Turn your back foot to a 90-degree angle, lower down, Warrior two. Again, in Warrior two, our shoulders are soft away from our ears. Our hips and shoulders are stacked. We're trying to make sure that this left knee doesn't pull in, but rather we hold it strong out over the tops of our ankles. On your next inhale, turn your left palm towards the sky. Reach forward to scoop the clouds. On an exhale, reverse your warrior. Core, stay strong. Keep pressure on that front leg. One more big deep breath in. And on an exhale, coming back to warrior two. Lengthen your front leg. Reach and extend as far forward as you can. When you can go no further, turn your palms out to the side. Stack the arms, triangle pose. Stay tall through the chest, length through the neck. Again, trying to keep the hips tucked up and underneath the body. Try not to let them stick out. Core is strong as we inhale back up to rise, arms extended, and exhale, reverse, triangle. Stay in control of your breath. One more inhale. And on your exhale, bend your front knee, windmill the arms, chaturanga flow. Step that left leg back. Shift forward on the toes, lowering half or all the way down. Inhale, come to the tops of the feet, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, tuck those toes, downward facing dog. Full breath here, inhale. And exhale. On your next inhale, shift forward, high plank. Lower both knees down onto the mat. Position your hands up underneath your shoulders and chest, and your knees directly below your hips. Now from here, we're gonna inhale, reach your right arm out straight in front of you, thumb up, pinky down, and left leg back behind. Toes down, heel reaches back. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower that back down. Switching to the other side. Inhale the left arm out. Thumb up, pinky down, and reach and extend the right leg back. Toes down, heel is pressing back behind you. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bringing that back down. Take a big deep breath in and out. One more in and out. Now slowly transition yourself into a seated position. Now in your seated position, I want you to go long on your mat, but we're gonna reach our legs out in front of us with our toes pulling all the way back towards our nose. Chest is lifted and tall. And in this position, I want you to make sure that your heels are all the way towards the top of your mat because we're gonna lay down. So take a big deep breath in, lengthen the arms out in front of you, palms facing up towards the sky. Big deep breath in. And on your exhale, I want you to round out your back and reach it back behind you. Take as long as you can to lay down onto your mat. Once you get there, take a big deep breath in. From here, we're going to slide our feet up and lay them flat on your mat with your knees bent, and your feet should be at about hips width distance apart. Now from here, we're just gonna gently rock our knees from side to side. Gently massaging our lower back. Bringing the knees back up into center, engaging the lower abdomen, and lifting both legs up straight towards the sky, pulling those toes down towards your nose, keeping the backs of the legs long. Arms can be by your side. On an inhale, point your toes towards the sky, and on an exhale, pull them back down towards your nose. Inhale, lift, and exhale, pull. One more inhale, point, and exhale, pull. Slowly bend those knees and bring the legs back down onto the floor. And then gently release your knees out wide, bottoms of your feet together to touch. Come back to your breath. One more inhale. And exhale. Engage the core, use those arms and assist those knees back into the center. Then lengthen them out on your mat for final Shavasana. Allow your body to lie long, Palms can be faced up towards the sky or palms down. Coming back to your normal breathing pattern, but gently recognizing every inhale and exhale. Our final meditation calls for a thoughtless mind. That's easier said than done. So try to allow our thoughts to come about, because they will, and that's okay. But we can control our reaction to them. So allow those thoughts to become, and then allow those thoughts to be let go. Gently come back to your breath. Allow your body to reawaken by gently wiggling your fingers and your toes. Maybe you turn your head from side to side. Keep the eyes closed. Maybe you reach and extend your arms up and overhead. And then gently turn your body onto one side. It doesn't matter which side you choose. Whatever feels right for you, there's no right or wrong. Again, keeping the eyes closed, slowly making your way up into a seated meditative posture. Ideally, a seated legs crossed position works, but if that doesn't suit you today, maybe you find yourself in hero's pose or whatever seated posture works well, as long as your spine is straight. Chest is tall and lifted, neck is long. Hands are on our knees, palms down for a grounding effect, or palms up if you'd like positive energy to enter. Take a moment of gratitude for your practice, for your breath, for your mat. Come back to the intention that you set for your practice. We'll take 3 big breaths together to seal out our practice. Let's bring our hands to heart center and press your thumbs firmly up against your heart. Our first breath here is for kind intentions. Big deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth exhale. Next, bring your thumbs to your lips. This breath here is for kind words. Big deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. Lastly, bring your thumbs to your third eye in the center of your forehead between the eyebrows. This breath here is for kind thoughts. Big deep breath in. Open mouth exhale. The light and energy within me honors the light and energy within you. We'll bow our heads together. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in our practice today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope this helped keep your energy positive. We'll see you again soon.